Welcome, 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 everyone. Come on in and get comfortable. Let us know where you're from, how you're doing this evening. We're so glad to have you join us today for a special uh, interview slash presentation. As your host tonight, Jeff Lightsey Jr. is running a few minutes late, but he will be present tonight to just jump in and help carry on the conversation with our guests this evening. But for now, you have myself, Chanel, your program director here at the Black Business School, just wanting to introduce one of our guest speakers from previous All Black National Conventions. Have you attended, right, Ryan?
Yep, I've attended
Yes.
tons of them. I think this year was the only year that I wasn't able to
Yeah.
make it because my sister got married that weekend. But every other
Look,
one I
yeah.
think I've been.
Absolutely. That's how I know we've seen you around before on our All Black National Convention stage. So we have Ryan McCrary with us here tonight. That's our digital marketing expert and CEO of the Funnel Doctor. So he is here to share some useful information and keys to online marketing. So feel free to just let us know how you're doing while we give our other fellow B1 members some time to kind of roll in. Let's see who we have here tonight. I see Curtis and Jessica. Welcome. Linda and Sean, Stephen and Tanya. So glad to have you all with us this evening. And just a housekeeping note, feel free to add your comments to the chat, set to everyone to communicate with the group, and you may submit your questions for Ryan to the Q&A feature, and he'll certainly be glad to answer your questions during our time here tonight. So we greatly appreciate you being here with us. So I'll
Yeah,
be
of
in the
course.
background.
Thank you so much for having me. I actually do have a presentation I could actually probably share. So
Oh, okay.
if you let me share, I can go through it.
Yeah,
Um,
I made you co-host. It doesn't allow you to share as
okay,
co-host.
let me see. I should be able to.
Yeah, there you go.
All
All
right.
right.
So let
So I'm
me.
going to go ahead and mute myself, and I'm going to turn the floor over to Ryan. So thank you again, everyone, for coming out, and enjoy your evening in the presentation.
All right, great. Thank you so much. So I'm so excited to be here. So do me a favor, everyone. Make sure you can hear me. Type it in the chat. Let's do a quick little city shout out. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Thank you to Dr. Boyce, Chanel, and the entire Black Business School team. I got some really important information that I want to share with everyone tonight. So I want to make sure y'all are locked in and really ready. If you're on social media, please get off. I don't believe we're streaming this out. It may be available there later, but as of right now, we're not. So I need everyone locked in. Get off social, close any other tabs or anything else on your phone so we can get this party started. Also, when you type in the chat, make sure you type to everyone, not just host and panelists. Type to everyone. That way everyone can see your comments. We can be engaging. Shout out to Philly in the building. I'm from Philly myself. Georgia, Nashville, North Carolina. All right, great. So tonight we're going to take a deep dive on digital marketing and sales funnels. Is everyone here an entrepreneur or a business owner, or I'm sure you are investors as well? But I just want to kind of gauge the room before we get started. Is everyone here an entrepreneur or are you in business? Steve, my man, what's going on? Glad to see you here. We gotta talk. We haven't talked in a while. Um, Also, type the name of your business. What type of business do you guys have? Name of your business, and then like what do you do? Because I'm definitely interested in learning more about what you all do as well. Real estate, remedies. All right, cool, nice. All right. Anybody else want to share what you do? Investor in real estate. All right, we got some real estate folks. I just bought my first property last year. Um, All right, great. And all the information I'm going to share is basically going to allow you to collect more leads and then get more customers or clients and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about sales funnels and how to create a sales funnel without stress, confusion, or dance on social media. I know a lot of people, they want to look cute on TikTok or Instagram or worry about views and shares and everything like that. I don't really worry about that stuff. I'm really focused on moving the needle and increasing revenue for my business. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So what we'll cover is secret number one, how to create a profitable sales funnel that generates sales on demand so you can finally have the freedom that you crave when you're in business. How many of y'all want more freedom in your business? Let me know if that's you or not. Why you don't have to become a world-class marketer to create a profitable sales funnel so you can eliminate any barrier to your success. And then secret number three, how to drive unlimited traffic to your funnel, no matter how the algorithms change, so you aren't held hostage to all the social giants. You know what happens all the time. They be trying to shut my man Dr. Boyce down all the time on social just for telling the truth. So we're going to talk about all that stuff tonight. So just a little bit more about myself. I am a former licensed investment broker turned sales funnel expert, also known as the funnel doctor. That's also the name of our company. I have a strong passion for teaching online sales and marketing to other entrepreneurs, taught thousands of students online, worked with countless 6- and 7-figure brands. We've launched over 100 successful 6- or 7-figure funnels. So a little bit more about my backstory. When I first got started, I knew nothing about online sales and marketing. I never sold anything online. I do not come from an entrepreneur family. How many of us that don't come from entrepreneur families, we go through certain challenges that we can't share with everyone? It may be your spouse, maybe your mama, your brother, your sister, your cousin, but we go through certain challenges as an entrepreneur that we can't share with everyone, and I relate to that as well. Also had no startup capital, no investors, no angel investing. I've never been on Shark Tank. I never had anyone invest. I never had a rich uncle I can call for like $20,000, but I can say that learning online sales and marketing has changed my life. So I've been able to 10x my corporate salary just by learning and understanding these principles. So that's why it's extremely important for everyone to just tap in and be locked in tonight, because this will literally take your business to the next level. Also gave me the ability to be profitable. I think it's another important thing that we don't talk about enough in business is like profitability. You know, making money is great, top line revenue, but it's like, okay, how can we make more on the bottom line? So when we talk about growing an online business, now being a business owner gives you tax advantage that you cannot get just working a job. Nothing wrong with working a job, but just knowing that, especially in the US, it is designed to favor business owners. I know Dr. Boyce talks about that a lot. So you want to just be cognizant of that. Also gives you the ability to build wealth. If you want to build wealth, let me know. Drop something in the chat. I know everyone here wants to do that, or you wouldn't be here. Also, when you have an online business, it allows you to work from virtually anywhere in the world. So the days of just going to punch a clock somewhere in a physical location to earn a living for your family is a way of the past. So we got to get in the new age. Also, it's less overhead and financial commitment to start and keep running. You literally can start an online website or online business really with a lot of menial costs. So you definitely want to understand that as well. And then brick and mortar is dying a slow death. So if you haven't noticed already, you know, brick and mortar, the malls, the regular big box stores, a lot of them are going out of business because everyone's doing business online. Also, it's mandatory for bootstrappers. So if you're a bootstrapper, I mean, you're funding this yourself, your paycheck, your 401k, your savings, we need to do business in a smart way. Now, I know growing a business is extremely difficult. A lot of us go through a lot of different challenges, but that's just the nature of business. You also may be part of the road less traveled. So how many of you always were taught to go like the traditional route? It's like go to school, get a job, work for 40 years, and then maybe have a little bit of time to, you know, have a retirement. You may also have a genius that people need to get a hold of. Let me know if that's you. If you're like tired of just monetizing your genius, let me know. Or tired of not monetizing your brilliance. Even if you work a job and you make 6 figures or more or whatever, think about how much money they're making off of you. Also, you may be tired of working in corporate where people don't understand you, or just want to create a successful business. And also understanding in social media land, there's a direct-to-consumer relationship. So if I want to sell a product, a service, a clothing line, a book, whatever, I don't have to ask anyone to be in a store, get on their platform, whatever. I can go direct to consumer because that's what the internet allows us to do. All right, secret number one, how to create a profitable sales funnel that generates sales on demand. so you can finally have the freedom you crave for your business. So who in here wants to create a 6 or 7 figure sales funnel? Let me know in the chat. Type something down. What is a sales funnel? So is everyone here already familiar with what a funnel is? Let me know in the chat. All right, see some yeses. Anybody else? Yes, so Steve, I know you know. If you know, you know. No, all right, good. If not, no worries. No, okay, good. So I always like to gauge the room just to see where everyone is. So basically, a sales funnel is a step-by-step process that allows you to bring your potential customer one step closer to your offer and a buying decision through a series of marketing actions like automated emails, videos, articles, landing pages. Here's the key. That will do the selling for you. So how many of you would like a system that will sell for you? Let me know in the chat. Also, you may hear referred to as the customer journey. Now, there are different steps to the funnel, like the top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, the bottom of the funnel. That can vary. But basically, it's just a step-by-step process to sell your products and services. That's really all it is. Now, when I first got started in business, I didn't think about what I offered as like a system, like a way that I can collect leads, get people to raise their hand like I'm interested, to actually becoming a paying customer. And there's a systematic way we go about that. A lot of people, what I've seen, they try to monetize too early, meaning as soon as you meet someone, you want them to buy from you, but they don't know you. You haven't built a relationship with them. You haven't brought them through a system that allows you to collect them as a lead, nurture them, give them information, and they can explain why they should actually buy from you. Let me know if that makes sense. All right, so here are some examples. So if you ever go to buy an airline ticket, you will see soon as you're buying a plane ticket, they always try to offer you something else. So it's like, okay, get something in coach. You can get something, then it may say, okay, upgrade to first class, or get trip insurance, or get a hotel, or get a rental car, something like that. And the reason why they're doing that is to increase the cart value or the order value. So that's one of the main things that we do in like online marketing is like, how do we maximize the customer? Also, if you go to like a dentist office offline, as soon as you go in there, maybe like a free cleaning or a routine cleaning or whatever, usually they're trying to get something else that they want to bill your insurance for. So it's like a deeper cleaning, a retainer, a root canal, a cavity fill, something like that. But they bring you through like a systematic way of getting you into other stuff. Let me know if that makes sense. Also, GoDaddy is another example. So if you ever bought a domain through them, you'll see that it is like a gauntlet trying to check out. So you get thefunnelDoctor.com, why don't you get .org, why don't you get .co, why don't you get something else? They want to get you into a lot of other stuff. A value ladder is another thing that you want to have in your business, basically offering different products or services and then being able to offer more value. So you shouldn't just be offering one thing, one price point at face value. You should have ways that people can send up and get other things from you. Another example is Vistaprint. So if you ever bought like a business card or something, Vistaprint, you'll see like it's another way to just get you into the funnel to sell you additional stuff. Here's another one, two-step tripwire funnel. Don't be confused by the name. So it's kind of like just offering a low-price product to get people in the door. So people do that with like free books. They do it with low-price items. And the sales psychology behind that is basically getting them to buy something for a lower cost to get them to buy other stuff on the back end. So thinking about what you offer, your business, your product, your service, as a system to get people in so they can buy more from you. Let me know if this is making sense. Another example here is like an order bump. So basically it's like a one-click upsell. So if someone's checking out on an order form, you can add another product on there to get them to buy something else from you. So I have some order bump secrets. So here is one that I use for one of my funnels. So I had this ultimate sales button for like $17. And then I offered like something for $7, like an order bump. And when we ran this funnel, 90% of people who bought the first thing, also bought the order bump, the one-click upsell. Also will help cover my ad costs, like Facebook ads, Instagram ads. And it makes it easier to increase your ACV, that's your average cart value. And you want to also make sure it's a logical next step purchase. So whatever you're offering as your upsell, your add-on, thinking about like, what's the next thing someone logically needs? So like if I'm buying a plane ticket, it makes sense that I may need a hotel or a rental car or something like that. Thinking about your offers, your upsells, your other things as something that the customer logically needs. Also works for in-person sales as well. Here's another example of like a pop-up you can offer to get people to add more stuff to the order. Now this is key because I always get this question. It's not just about what software platform you use. People ask me like, should I use Teachable? Should I use ClickFunnels, High Level, Kartra, like whatever it is? That's secondary to understanding your sales process. So understanding the entire sales process for your business, your customer life cycle, the lifetime value, the average order value, again, lifetime value, and also knowing your cost to acquire a customer. Who in here knows what it costs for them to acquire a customer? Let me know in the chat. Most people when I speak don't know, but who in here knows their cost to acquire a customer? So here's some, or else I don't. Most people don't, and it's okay. But you want to know, especially when you're spending a lot of money on ads, you want to know your acquisition costs. So here are some examples of some different funnels: lead magnet funnel, virtual event funnel, live event funnel, tripwire, product funnel, webinar funnel, an online challenge funnel, a sales conversion funnel, and a high ticket funnel. These are just some to name a few. So secret number 2, why you don't have to become a world-class marketer to create a profitable sales funnel. So there are a lot of myths out there floating online. So a lot of people say, well, this stuff is great, but it won't work for me because various different reasons. So myth number 1 is like, I don't have enough money to create a funnel. Let me know if you think that's you. Type something in the chat. So you really can't afford not to. So a lot of people say, well, I don't have money to create a funnel or get a funnel created for me. But the reason why you don't have money is because you don't have the funnel. So it's like really the opposite. It's really a mindset shift. And I get it. Like, you know, it is what it is. But it's a mindset shift. It's like, if you don't have enough money to get the funnel, build a funnel yourself or someone else, the reason why you don't have the money is because you don't have the funnel. The funnel allows you to acquire customers and grow your business. So it's really like you can't afford not to do it. Again, it's a shift in mindset. Your funnel is also your sales process, and you want to have your upsells, downsells, order bumps, your value ladder. And once you have a funnel built, it pays for itself. So here's an example of one of my funnels we've ran for a while. We still run. It's like our appointment funnel, and done over 6 figures in sales, close to 7 figures in sales. But we just bring people to a page to allow them to schedule a call so we can see what they do, what their business is, and if it's a good fit for our services. It's pretty straightforward, but it's done close to 7 figures in sales through this funnel. Myth number 2, I don't have the time. How many of you will say, well, this is great, but I don't got time for this marketing stuff. I don't got time for do stuff online or whatever. Let me know if that's you in the chat. We family, y'all can be transparent. Another thing is, like I say, you don't have the time not to. So a lot of people, not everyone, probably not anybody here, but some people will say, I don't have the time to invest in my business, but they have time for all these things: Netflix, Hulu, Stars, Max, Showtime, Amazon Prime, whatever it is. So I think it's an excuse. So if you say you don't have the time, or you really can't afford not to put time in to build your funnel or, you know, investing in business through marketing, it's also a shift in mindset. I said driven versus the drifter. Like, are you driven to succeed? Are you drifting and procrastinating? Also, building the business is like raising a child. You also need the proper time to put into your business for it to be successful. So if you want it to be successful, you have to devote time to it. Like, it's non-negotiable. Myth number 3, I'm not tech savvy. Let me know if that's you. And guess what? I'm not either. So this is my professional background before I became an entrepreneur. Went to Temple University in Philadelphia. My degree's in sociology, not tech, not IT, not business. I don't have an MBA. Then I worked at a company called Prudential with doing insurance, and then a company called Vanguard doing finances, but nothing in tech, in online marketing, in business, and entrepreneurship. So if you say you're not tech savvy, just focus on the sales and your customers, not the technology. Understand your avatar, identify the pain points, the pricing structure, work with an expert to handle the tech setup. So here's a testimonial, but I won't play it because for time's sake, we'll keep going. But it's a testimonial from one of our clients. Myth number 4, I don't have enough clarity in my business. And I know I'm going through this stuff fast is because I know we're on a tight time frame. And I know Jeff may have a lot of questions for me. The main reason why you need a funnel, even if you don't have clarity, is like, this is the main reason why you need to do this stuff. Because I've seen a lot of people spend so much time on other stuff as opposed to like, how do I get customers? Especially people that are new or just starting out in business, they focused on my logo, my branding, my website, my colors, like all the things. They're not focused on getting customers and making money. So that's what you need to focus on. Because again, too many business owners waste too much time on unnecessary stuff. Myth number 5, my website's not good enough. My website is good enough. Like, I don't need a funnel. I don't need a landing page. I don't need all this marketing stuff. I got my website. I paid $5,000 to get it created. It looks good, but is it really making you money? So if you think my website is good enough, just like you want to leave money on the table. So you want to make sure it's direct response optimized for conversion. You have the upsells in there, the downsells, the bumps, or a page with one goal to get them into your funnel. Now, when we talk about lead generation and list building, likes do not pay the bills, sales do. So focus on customer acquisition. You want to build your list. That's the backbone of your entire business. I truly believe you can do that through a lead gen funnel. If you have no funnel, start with a lead generation funnel. Write that down, jot it down, note it. It's something of value you give to collect name, email, and phone number through like a lead magnet. And once people join your list, then you convert them into customers. It's much easier to sell someone something once you've been in a relationship with them. So you can do that through a lead magnet, a checklist, a PDF, a digital coupon, a newsletter, a giveaway, a virtual event, a live event, a book, physical or ebook, a quiz, webinar, online training, an online challenge or online course. And as your list grows, so should your revenue. You want to nurture your list. You want to give value. You want to ask for the sell after, and don't try to sell in every single communication or email. You want to put them in a welcome sequence and just have regular communication once people get on your email list. And then you want to convert them into paying customers. So you do that through like an irresistible offer, focus on acquiring customers. You can do that through joint venture partnerships, affiliates, referral programs, online discounts and incentives, networking event. You definitely want to have a CRM, a customer relationship management system. You want to do behavior-based marketing, talk to people depending on where they are in your process. And you want to have some type of MRR or monthly recurring revenue option. You want to analyze your churn metrics and implement a customer feedback channel and have regular communication again with people. You can have an in-person events, retention program, and being able to clearly communicate your unique selling proposition. The marketplace is very competitive. What is going to separate you from everyone else? Our secret number 3, I'm going to go through it real quick. Basically, you must have enough traffic to your funnel, to your website, to your business for it to be successful online. 99% of the time when people are not successful online is because they don't have enough traffic. So you can have social media ads, but you can have other ways to get traffic, joint ventures, partnerships, referrals, affiliates. Also, when you have a traffic strategy that allows you to work when, allows your funnel to work when you don't. So you have more time for family, for yourself, for your kids, a vacation without working. And you can work smarter, not harder, and stop hustling backwards. A traffic strategy is recession-proof and allows you to acquire unlimited customers. I'll skip that. So we're talking about paid traffic. We're talking about online media buying through Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, a million different platforms that you can advertise on. Again, you must have enough traffic. Our agency specializes in Facebook and Instagram ads, and it's currently the lowest cost ways to get eyeballs on your stuff, and you got to know your numbers. So you definitely want to utilize Facebook ads. It's the lowest cost ways to get eyeballs on your stuff, and it's fast and drives immediate results. Also, you want to retarget people. So if you ever went to a website to like buy something, maybe a pair of shoes, maybe something else, maybe you bought it, maybe you didn't, or you added it to cart, and then they're following you over the internet. They're in your Facebook feed, your Instagram feed, your Gmails, like they're retargeting you. So you definitely want to retarget people. And in our agency, we have the anatomy of a successful campaign. I think it's the last slide. But to make a campaign or a funnel or a marketing campaign successful, number one, you have to give it enough time for it to work. How long did it run for? How many people saw it? How many clicks did you get? Like how many people opted in? How many leads did you get? How many conversions did you get? Did people buy your upsell? What's your click-through rate? What's your CPMs? And you want to analyze and make adjustments. So I think that was the last slide. I know I went super fast because we're limited on time, but I'd be happy to answer any other questions or anything Jeff has or anybody from anybody in here. I hope this information was helpful. I think you're on mute.
Oh, sorry about that, Ryan. Yeah, I just want to make sure I don't copy anything that has already been said. First of all, it's a great presentation. The funnels is something that is interesting, but it is vital. I just want to ask you a general question about marketing, right? And
Sure.
the importance of marketing. Just why is it, well, first of all, how important is marketing to a business? And what you explained somewhat a good ton in that presentation, but how successful can a good funnel be to that marketing aspect?
That's a great question. So marketing, I believe, is like the lifeblood in your entire business. So it's like the way you get customers, it's the way you grow your business. So it's extremely important. But the main thing is like doing it correctly, because I see a lot of people, they just kind of do stuff willy-nilly, but they don't have like an actual plan in place. They don't have an overall goal in place. They don't think about like, what's the end goal? Anything I look at in marketing is like, what's the end goal? If I'm putting something out there, what do I ultimately want to happen? Even if I'm just doing a live, if I'm doing a webinar, if I'm speaking at an event, like however I'm marketing, putting myself out there, what is the end goal I'm trying to get people into? Whether it's my services, whether it's learn more about me, whether it's buy my book, like whatever it is, you want to understand that. But it's definitely the lifeblood of your entire business. You want to make sure you are marketing because that's the way that you get customers.
Yeah.
You can't have a business if you don't have customers.
That's point blank, period. Now, you talked about your experience, obviously Temple University, Prudential, Vanguard. How did you get in this particular business, right? How did you end up as the funnel doctor?
Yeah, so it really came from number one, I worked in corporate and then I didn't want to work in corporate no more. I did not want to go up the corporate ladder. So I became an entrepreneur. I was like very naive. I just dove head first. I did not know what I was getting myself into, but I knew that I had to make money in my business. So I just literally started like learning stuff, reading, going to conferences, getting on trainings, like just trying to learn everything I could about, how to grow a business. And that led me to marketing, so I just started, trying little stuff like, let me try and build this landing page. Let me try to run a Facebook ad. Let me just try the things. Because when I first started, I didn't have the money to hire anyone else. So I literally just learned all the stuff on my own. And then once I started getting results for myself, I started helping other people getting results for them. So it really was just from the muscle of me, like just trying to learn it and reading and diving head first. And we all know that anything that you want to do in life, in business or whatever, you got to go full-fledged. So that's what I did. I went full-fledged and just really started learning it and then actually getting results for other people.
Absolutely. Now, Ryan, I wanted to ask as well, Facebook offers anyone to be able to run Facebook ads. Same with Instagram. Just what is it about your method of the funnels that is different than just going on Facebook or Twitter or whatever and just doing the ads that they already offer?
Yeah, good question. So that you definitely can just go on, and that is, I feel like the gift and the curse with the platforms. So like the great thing is anybody can advertise on the platforms. The bad thing is anybody can advertise on the platform. So it's like, you know, it's a lot of people that can crowd the marketplace that don't know what they're doing. So you can set up an ad, but do you know how to set it up correctly? You know, and I know this presentation was kind of more funnel based, but I do speak a lot about ads as well. So I tell someone, like, if you want to do your own ads, if you know, don't want to use our methodology or anybody else's methodology, you know, it's a lot of important things you have to look at every single day. So like, how many people are seeing your ad? How many people are clicking on your ad? What's your cost per click? What's your click-through rate? How many impressions did you get? What audience did better? Which ad did better? Like, it's a lot of different things you got to look at every single day and make sure to optimize. So that's what we do. Like, we're experts in our field. And then also the ad part, you know, the platform being on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, like that's one part of it. That's your visibility. The platforms allow you to get in front of more people. But when you get in front of someone, if your stuff is not optimized correctly on the back end, it won't necessarily matter. You know, like if you have a funnel, you have a business, but you're not upselling them, you're not collecting their information, you're not following up with them, you wasting all this traffic, all this attention, and you're not doing the right thing on the back end, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense because, like you said, you can be in front of a million people. Like, a million people can know your name, a million people can go to your website. But if you're, like you said, aren't getting their information, can't reconnect, can't reach them more than that one time initially, then what is the point?
Right, exactly, right.
No, I 100% agree with you. Just in particular, let me use myself and what I do for business. For example, let's say I have a sports radio show, right, that has a website. They could possibly sell merch or different things. What is a way, this, if we're using my business, it's called Victory Formation Media. What is the way, or could you see your business helping mine or someone like mine that's more of a niche, right? It's sports radio or sports fans. Is that something that would be a good fit with the business like yours?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, the number one thing that you need, of course, in any business is like you still need leads. You know, you still need people that you can collect their information and let them know about what you have going on. And no matter how many you have, and I know you have a good, nice size platform, you could always get more, you know? So that's the main thing I would say, like, let's just have a consistent campaign out there so you can just generate more people into your world and your database and know about what you do. So that'll be like the first main thing that we would do. And then from there would be like the monetization strategy of like, we getting more leads, we building the list more, we building the platform more, we building the visibility more. How do we get these people to spend more with us? So then the automations behind your merch, things you have going on, a special guest you have coming up, or whatever it is, then we would actually start trying to monetize more of the leads that you had. And then also retarget, doing ads to retarget people, you know, because they may click on something or see you or whatever. How do we keep them engaged? How do we keep showing up in their feed? Because we know, like, now, it's like everybody got a podcast, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do we keep them engaged in ours? How do we stay in front of them? How do we let them know what we have going on? Because even someone may subscribe, but like, you know, people may fall off or whatever. So we still want to stay in front of them through marketing and funnels and stuff.
Absolutely, man. Once again, we're talking to Ryan McCrary. Now, Ryan, I saw you put in your presentation, it said you can't afford not to have. I thought that was profound, man. That really stood out to me. And you spoke about it briefly, but how can someone's life change just with the proper marketing and the proper advertising? Do you have maybe any examples or just something that you maybe seen or worked with that watched someone's business that was good, just wasn't being seen enough, and then how everything changed by having something like the proper marketing and funnel?
Yeah, we have a lot of examples, and I kind of like skip through the testimonials. But one like specific client that we had actually was in like the travel industry. So, you know, of course, in 2020 with the pandemic and COVID and stuff like that, travel was shut down. So like this client, like they had to like give tons of refunds, like they was in debt, like throughout 2020, they lost a lot of money. So coming into 2021 and 2022, they knew if they had to do something. So what they started doing is they started hosting virtual travel showcase events. You know what I mean? They started doing a monthly virtual. So this was great, number one, to get more people on the list, knew about what they were doing, and then they would offer like some type of special promotion or discount off like an exclusive trip. And we all know as soon as COVID started coming out of COVID, everybody was back outside. You know what I mean? So this was a way to just get them visibility, build their list up, and they like 10x their email list in a short period of time. And they hosted these virtual travel experiences. And it was a great way to use ads to get more people onto the list and build the list up more. And then using the funnel to collect their information and build a funnel for their actual virtual online experience. That was one example that stands out a lot. They've been able to they went from like a couple 100,000 a year to like a couple million a year just from the system.
Absolutely, man. Now we talk, because are the funnels strictly online based? Are these mostly through social media? And that is part of it. And two, are these beneficial? Because we talk, if it is only online based, are these beneficial to brick and mortar stores as well, people with storefronts?
Yeah, good question. So it's definitely not just online. So really thinking about your entire process just as a business, whatever business you're in. And think about like when you go to buy a pair of sneakers or whatever, most of the time, if they're like good people working in there, they trying to sell you something else. Like, why don't you get a shirt? Why don't you get a hoodie? Why don't you get some socks? Like, why don't you get something else? So they're basically bringing you through a funnel. Also, like if you're in a grocery store or something like that, and you're checking out, when you're in the checkout line, there's always other things you can put in the cart. You know what I'm saying? So that's like another example. But I always like when I'm out, I do this thing called like funnels are everywhere. It's like I just like record something and post it on social media. And I'm out and I literally see funnels everywhere I go. Like I took my son and his friends to Dave & Buster's. They put me through a funnel. When you're buying a power play card, you know what I'm saying? It's like get the eat and play, and then you got a power card with 100 points on it. Why don't you get 300 points and take an extra 10% off or something like that? They upselling you literally when you're buying a power play card. Why don't you upgrade your order? They're literally putting you through a funnel. Or if you're like going out and you ordering something from somewhere or some food or whatever, when you checking out your food, if you do it like on a little kiosk or something, they add in there like, you want to add this to your order. You want to add this to your order. You want to add, you know what I'm saying? Like all the things, like literally, and I literally record, I'll be out, I'll be like, funnels are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally are selling you all this stuff. Like when my son was younger, we would go and get like toys and stuff, you know, wherever, a toy store, dollar store, even he used to love Build-A-Bear and that type of stuff. And you would see like, if we get him like a toy gun, well, why don't you buy the bullets? You know what I mean? Why don't you buy something else with it? He wanted like some bubbles or so, like a bubble gun. Well, they sell you the bubble gun. Then like, well, they sell you like 3 packs of bubbles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all the things that you can get when you're out. If you go and you celebrate Christmas, you get a Christmas tree. Why don't you get a stand to go with that? You know, you need a stand to hold up the Christmas tree or something like that. So it are always examples when I'm out offline where they bring you through a funnel, and again, they're trying to upgrade the order value to maximize you as a customer.
Absolutely, and those are amazing examples. Ryan, I want to ask you just about your personal entrepreneurship journey. You talked about what you went to school for, which is nothing of what you're doing now. Just how did your life change when you decided that I wanted to be an entrepreneur? And what were some of those early days like?
Yeah, it changed a lot. The early days, to be honest, was very difficult. Like I said, when I first started my business, I was super naive. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. It was like, oh, I want to be my own boss. I'm tired of corporate. Like, I'm going to just do my own thing. I'm going to be my own boss. And I literally got smacked in the mouth because trying to make money consistently as a business owner is very, very, very difficult. Let me know if somebody jump in the chat. Like, let me know if you ever experienced that. But like, really trying to make money consistently from the muscle. Again, if you don't have funding, if you don't have sponsors, if you like, you know, never raise money or whatever, literally trying to build a business from scratch and like have it be consistent and make money consistently. And you may, you know, after some time, you may start making money, but it's like the consistency of it. Like, how can you make money on a consistent basis where you can feed your family is really, really difficult. So I literally just had to figure it out and learning and going, you know, meeting different people and conferences and like just all the things, but it was really, really difficult. But what made it a lot easier once I started getting around like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? Like entrepreneurship is really a culture. So you got to get around people that are doing the same thing as you, like going through the same experiences, like going through the same challenges, and just really trying to grow their business. That's when things started changing for me. Is like I could literally build relationships and network with people that were already entrepreneurs or in the space. That's what made it a lot easier. And then in addition to that, being really, really clear on what I did and who I served. I think that's another one that's key as well. Sometimes people are, and I saw I was in the beginning is I wasn't clear on that, but sometimes people are like, they're not clear on what they do and who they serve. Like being crystal clear on like, who is your customer avatar? Who is your ideal person? And like, what specifically do you do? Like, what are you known for? I think being crystal clear on that, because like I said, sometimes people they don't know who to serve. Oh, I serve everyone. They're not clear on that. Or they wake up each day with a different business, a different idea, a different thing. Be like really laser focused on like specifically what you do as a business owner and what problem you solve.
Absolutely, Ryan. No, that is great because you see a lot of people that have these grandiose ideas, but it's like, how do you accomplish that? Like,
Right,
how do you get to the point? Like, focus on one thing and really hone in on the skills that can get you to the point that you want to be. You spoke about also during your presentation, man, and I think this is really, really key, is the power of continued education. Not necessarily the education from Temple, but going to those conferences, meeting these different people, investing in yourself. What was that like for you in this journey of being an entrepreneur as far as investing in what you ultimately do now?
Oh, yeah, that's one of the most important things you can do, and I still do. So I think, everyone here or listening or wherever you're listening from, you have to invest in education and training and experts and stuff like that. Like it's crucial. It's like non-negotiable. So for me, that was, again, one of the major things that definitely helped. And, formal education is great, good, great, depending on how you look at it, depending on what you want to do. But especially as an entrepreneur, a business owner, like whatever it is, like you got to get educated in that, especially by someone who is an expert and already been where you're trying to go. So education and consistent learning is like key. That's like key in everything.
Now, when you're doing that, is that a sacrifice, right? Is that something that like, hey man, like this is gonna cost me a few dollars? What was that kind of sacrifice like for you when it's like, okay, I have to take time away from my family, my kids to get that continued education, but the value of that, just was there a sacrifice like that for you?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. And it's still, I still sacrifice stuff all the time for that, but it's like, that's just what you have to do. So you just have to be crystal clear on, do you want to do this or not? Business is not something you can play around with, and I know a lot of people have like these huge ambitious goals and ideas and stuff they want to do, but a lot of the time their actions don't match up to what they say they want. You know what I mean? So like, if you want to make an extra 10,000, 20,000 or whatever in your business, 100,000, whatever, but you won't pay someone 1,000 or 5,000 or whatever to get you there, how bad do you want it? You know what I'm saying? So like, listen, you got to do what you got to do. It's going to be sacrifice. It's not going to be hard. Yeah, you're going to have to maybe tap your 401k or you're going to have to tap your savings or like you can do all the things. But if you truly want this, that's what you have to do.
Absolutely. Got a few more questions for you, Ryan. Just, you're in a space, you're in essentially the marketing and advertising space, but you work for a major company. Prudential is a major company. Vanguard is a major company. And now you were jumping into a space that is, there's advertising marketing agencies, but there's for major companies. You're doing it on your own. Was there any pushback, maybe from like your family or from close friends or whatever? Like, hey man, Vanguard ain't a bad gig to stick with. You know what I mean? Like, what was that experience like for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially, those big names like, oh, you got a good job, you get money, you got benefits, you got a 401k, like you tripping. Like that's literally what they were saying. And it was like difficult because not everyone saw the vision. You know what I mean? So like in the beginning, like it was really, really difficult, especially when you first start out and you ain't making no money. I'm like, yo, you need to go back and get that job. Like, I don't know what you're doing out here. Like, you tripping. Like, I don't know what happened to you. Like, you need to go out and get that job. So I definitely experienced all those things. But you got to be really, really clear on your vision and your goals. Because like at the end of the day, like my experience, if you're not happy in what you do on a day-to-day for a living, it don't matter all the bells and whistles and stuff that quote unquote looks good. I wasn't happy with my career. You know what I'm saying? Like I made good money. I had great benefits. I had my 401k. Like on paper, it looked great. But like I was experiencing something I didn't want to experience. We all know, racism in the workplace. We know how corporate is. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't trying to experience that no more. So I wasn't happy.
And what was it like for you when your business finally started to take off? What was that like? What was that like? What was the sense of euphoria maybe that you had when you see the sales happening, when you see the success stories of the people that work with you? What was that like, and what was that like for your family to say, "Hey, Ryan, being the funnel doctor,
Yeah.
actually continued to work out"?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was amazing. It was just like to me, like I stayed grounded in what I wanted to do because I knew like no matter how much I could have made going back to work or whatever, like it wasn't worth my peace of mind and what I knew I wanted to accomplish in my life. I just knew what I wanted to do. Like I knew I had a deeper purpose in life. So when I was able to actually fulfill that and like see it come to life, it was like really amazing. And the people around me, of course, were supportive and stuff like that. But just for them to be able to like actually see, because like men like myself and many of us, we're first generation entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? So it's like they didn't, and your family's not necessarily doing it in a bad way if they're trying to defer you and get you to go back or get off the beaten path of what you're trying to do. It's just that we never know you don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for them to actually see like you can leave corporate, you can build a business from scratch, it can be successful. It was really like a big epiphany and like eye-opening for like my family as well, because we never seen anybody else do that. So it definitely was amazing. It definitely was just something that really hard to put into words. And I just had to remain grounded and knew what I wanted to do and know I had a deeper purpose.
Absolutely. Now, Ryan, we got a few questions from the students. Errol asks, are there any major differences between sales funnels for services as opposed to products?
I wouldn't say major differences. I wouldn't say major. So sales funnel in general, product or service is like, you got to get leads, regardless of product or service. You got to convert those leads into customers. Now, there are nuances to it where like I'm a service-based business. Like I know my funnel generally, we got to get people on a call and speak to them so we can sell them our services and we're sell higher price services. So I know my funnel is not going to be like a product business. Is like go to my Shopify store and buy something. You know what I'm saying? Like I know mine is different. You know what I'm saying? But like surface level, like I need leads. I need to get people to become a client. So again, our specific funnel is an appointment funnel. So like, okay, how do we either get someone to get like an ebook or something, free or some type of value that we can get just to understand what we do, who we are, why they need this. And then from there, we need to get them on a call. We need to talk to them. We need to see what they do and see if it's a good fit. If it was a product-based business, most times people will just buy a product off face value if it's something they need or whatever. But with products, with the funnel, we try to offer more of the same. Where it's like, if I sell you a bottle of water, well, now why don't you just buy the case? You know what I mean? Or something like that. And like you already got one of them. Now you need more of them or get a bundle or get on subscription or something like that. So there are different nuances to it, but you need leads, you need customers.
Absolutely. Now, Ryan, just have a few more questions for you, just for your business, for yourself personally, because I love to ask entrepreneurs this question. Just where do you see this business going? Is there an ultimate level of success that you want to see for yourself and your business?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I mean, we definitely wanted to keep growing. One of the main things also is like, I love being able to provide employment opportunities, so we definitely want to grow our team. That's another thing, like, especially like in the Black community, like nobody coming to save us. So if we don't employ our people, then no one else is going to do it. So I love being able to employ people, and we want to like at least 10x our staff to just provide more opportunities for our own people. So that's one of our big goals. And then people always ask me like, well, do you want to exit? Do you want to sell? Do you like, do you want to do acquisition? Like, I don't know about that. But the main thing is we want to grow and provide more employment opportunities.
Absolutely. And then that'll just transition me to my final question. And you spoke about, the Black community. You spoke about just what you want to do with your business. Just how is it that your business can help young Black entrepreneurs do exactly what you're experiencing, and what some of the people that work with you are experiencing?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I was saying, like, just how is it that your business can help other Black entrepreneurs experience a level of success that maybe you're seeing and some of the people that work with you are seeing?
How can we do it?
Yes, like how can your company do that? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, great. So with our company specifically, we help businesses grow as well. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that like I love is like we are a business, we're trying to grow our business, and then we work or partner with other businesses so like they can grow. So again, even with some of the examples, like if a company's able to go from 100,000 to 1 million, how many more people can they hire? You know what I mean? How much more money can they put back into the community? And we work with 99% of the time people that are, we don't think we have any clients that aren't Black. You know what I mean? So everyone is a staple in the community. Almost everyone we work with hires their own, our own people. So we are really able to create an ecosystem. That's what I'm really all about. Is like, how do we create a big ecosystem where dollars can circulate? We can hire our own people. We can buy from our own people. We can advertise with our own people, and just really just keep growing and scaling together.
Absolutely, man. And that is a beautiful thing to see. That is a beautiful thing to hear because, like you said, as more Black people become able to feed their families outside of their job, as more Black people become entrepreneurs and have other ways, because one of the things you said, I wasn't happy at my job. I think there's a lot of people that feel that way. They just don't know how to supplement that income of their job with something else. And I see that value that you're bringing to those people that do have the idea, but is able to garner those leads, garner those sales, and then therefore feed their family from something outside of a job, man. That is amazing, man. I just love everything about that.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
Hey, it's no problem. Well, that is Ryan McCrary. My name is Jeff Alighty Jr. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Ryan, for hopping on here, man, and being able to do this.
Jeff.
Yes.
I'm sorry. This was such an in-depth and insightful conversation, gentlemen. So we thank you. I do see we have 2 more questions in the Q&A.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I must have missed them. I'm sorry. Yes. There is, okay, so Sean asked, are funnels only beneficial for online? Oh, we asked that one. Oh, let me see. Uh, there are 2 more. Many thanks to the amazing presentation. Oh, can you utilize the same process to market a new tertiary institution? I guess that's yes.
What? I guess what I want to be clear on like what exactly that is.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, I'm not
exactly.
sure.
Yeah, it's asking, can you market to a new tertiary institution? We did answer the question about the business funnel as far as brick and mortar. And so we did answer that one. So I guess essentially they're asking, is there a way, like, what is the best way for a new business or a new institution? How can a funnel possibly help that business?
Okay, I think they put like a college. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, great. I mean, definitely can help grow, more students and attendance and stuff like that. So we have worked with a couple institutions, and one of the funnels we've done was like a quiz funnel where we created this quiz. We asked like certain questions, and then a potential student or someone could actually answer them. And then they could try to enroll them or get them on a tour or something like that. So it's the same process. It's just about getting leads or potential people that want to attend and then getting them in the door. Like I said, the main thing we did when we worked with a company was just get them to come in and like actually see the place. You know what I'm saying? And then once you can get more people in seeing it, like most of them can do the back end work and get them to actually enroll. So a quiz fund or something like that is something that we've done that was very effective.
Absolutely. Well, Ryan, that is all I have for you tonight, man. I appreciate it. You taking the time explaining your business. One more time, for the people that want to be able to find or interested in possibly having you work with them on a funnel, how can they find you again, and where exactly can they get in contact with you and your business?
Oh yeah, so I'm all over social media. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, like everywhere. Just type in my name, Ryan McCrary, or the Funnel Doctor. Also have a new book that just came out recently, The Prescription. So the Funnel Doctor giving you all the prescription. So if you want to check that out, it's all over online, Amazon or wherever. You can definitely take a look at that. But yeah, I'm all over social media. Just hit me up, DM me, and I love to work with anyone.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. That is Ryan. My name is Jeff Lightsey, and we appreciate it that you all coming in. We'll see you next time.